And we're going to conclude here with Jeff Baltimore from the Public Works Department to talk a little bit about leaves. And Jeff, we know it's the fall because when you start going out on walks or hikes, you can hear that crunch underneath your feet. The leaves are starting to come down. So let's talk about what residents should expect in terms of leaf collection and pickup here in Harrisburg.
Well, we've started leaf collection, started September 1st, we'll run through December 1st. We'll collect them in biodegradable bags in the fronts of people's homes. And when the leaves start falling more heavily, we'll send our vacuum trucks out and we'll collect at the street, not the curb. And we work very closely with Charlotte and her crew and Mike Joseph and her street sweeping crew. When our street sweepers are out, we go before and the sweepers come after. So it's pretty coordinated, and I think we do a good job. They've been doing a great job so far with the street sweeping. So, yeah, we're ready. We're geared up.
That's great. Yeah, it does require coordination because we're asking people to put their leaves out on street sweeping nights where they would normally be street sweeping, and you're getting them before the street sweepers. Are there bags available for
Yes.
residents?
At the Public Works Department, from 8:30 to 2 o'clock, people can come pick up bags. I think there's 5 to a bag. You're allowed to have, I think, 5 packs per year, and they're biodegradable, and they're free.
That's great. That's a nice service that we offer, and people can get their own bags. They aren't too expensive, or they can stop by Public Works and grab them, and use that and put them out on street sweeping nights. Now I know what happens to the leaves, so but in case the public doesn't know what happens to the leaves, can you tell them?
Well, we pick up those bags of leaves with a 1-ton truck on the street sweeping day, and like you said, we ask residents to put their bags out the night before because it corresponds to the street sweeping times and dates. So between 8 to 12, that's our morning area, and if we go through that area at 8 o'clock, and we don't go back again at 12. So we encourage people to put it out the night before. We pick them up in the 1-ton truck, and then we take them to Swatter Township, who we are sharing at that facility with several municipalities right now.
Right, that's the composting facility that they have where we're taking our leaves. We have a short-term arrangement. It's been renewing here pretty regularly, and they've been great partners with us. But we take a lot. I think we're the largest contributing municipality to that composting facility, and it's one of the reasons that we're looking to still develop our own composting facility is because there is such a volume and such a need, and there's these leaves can be turned into a viable product, which can then go back into our parks and playgrounds as usable compost. So, any other bits of advice for the public regarding
Just a couple.
leaves? Yeah.
Do's and don'ts. We have a yard waste notice that we issue to people who improperly package leaves or debris. A number of things can get that green tag. If the bag is too heavy, it's full of dirt, if it's full of rocks, that's not what we're
Don't
trying
do
to.
that, yeah.
We can't really recycle that. If you have branches out, we have them ask the residents to cut them in 4-foot lengths, 2 inches in diameter, and tie them. We ask that you not mix trash with your yard waste, obviously,
Sure.
because it's biodegradable trash. It's not. So we ask that the residents participate and cooperate with our ability to put this, and keep everything just biodegradable. So
Sure.
I'm sorry for.
No, absolutely. Well, that's one of the reasons we're trying not to mix yard waste with trash. It's a different crew. It's going to a different location. We're not incinerating the compost or the leaves or the yard waste, and we need people to keep it separate. Just like you separate your recyclables from your trash. So all good advice. Do you want to address the issue of storm drains and how we're keeping those clean?
Yes, we do send our crews out to periodically rake the storm drains, but Charlotte's crew goes over those storm drains too. But we also have our leaf vacs, and we vacuum them out when it gets heavily. Yeah.
Good. When will people start to see the leaf vacs?
The leaf vacs are kind of, we let that be dictated by the fall of the leaves. As Charlotte said, behind a heavy rain, a lot more leaves fall. The more we see an accumulation in the curb, that's when we'll be out. Right now, it's a light fall, and we encourage people to bag them and put them out in front of their homes. When it gets a little heavier, we encourage people to blow them to the curb, to the street, and we'll be by with our vac trucks and try to precede the street sweepers.
Okay, well, there you have it. Thanks, Jeff. And just by way of conclusion, a big thank you to all the workers at Capital Region Water. This past week, we also approved a series of bonuses internally for city workers, for frontline workers, for our parks maintenance team, for our public works staff. But a big thank you to Capital Region Water as well. People have been working continuously, day in and day out, without any change in their schedules throughout this entire pandemic. And without those frontline workers, our services would not be able to have continued in the way that they have, which has been pretty seamless and pretty uninterrupted. So thanks to all of you for all the constant work that you're doing.